Surging Sparks. Is it Vivid Voltage 2.0 or is it the best set of Scarlet and Violet era? Let's get into it. Welcome back to another episode of my Now and Over series. In this series, I like to give my humble opinion on different Pokemon expansions. Now, you might be asking, what qualifies a Pokemon expansion to be featured in a Now or Never episode? Well, basically, we look at the price of booster boxes, and once they hit a certain threshold, I like to consider most people, most full-time workers, blue-collar collectors like myself, are out of the market. So I like to put that around $1,000 because, let's face it, in this economy, $1,000 is a lot of money, and it's especially a lot of money to spend on collectibles. So when we have the opportunity to get Pokemon at a good price or below before they hit that $1,000 mark, why not? You know, let's talk about it. Let's get in on it before the big booms happen. So the other things I'll look at as well, the set has to be released. So like, there's no tins, there's no collections or anything like that to come out. The full release has to have happened. So the set has to be released. The prints are done. The restocks, well, hey, there's always restocks coming. They're always just around the corner, but it's pretty much done. So today, we'll be reviewing one of my favorite sets from the Scarlet and Violet era, Surging Sparks. Now, Surging Sparks came out on November 8th, 2024. It was a 250 card set. It was the 8th set in the Scarlet and Violet era, and it also introduced new mechanics to the game. It brought back A-Spec trainers, so it was a huge set, like right sort of just past the middle point, you know, of Scarlet Violet. Yeah, huge set for the game, and a huge set for collectors as well. Surging Sparks has some of the best, special illustration rares that you can get. It's got Pikachu, it's got the Latias, it's got that beautiful Milotic, Hydreigon, along an Executor. The list goes on. Yeah, it's full of good stuff and has a very strong illustrator rare library as well. You got the Executor on the basketball court, the Doug Trio with the long blonde hair. Yeah, it's really good set. Really fun to open. Yeah, when this came out, I said, you know, this was like my favorite set, and this is actually the set that I've opened the most. I think we pulled the Pikachu EX. I believe I bought 3 booster boxes. I opened 2, and I put 1 in the cupboard to get sealed. And I think a week went by, and I was like, nah, gonna keep that up there. That's staying in there. And I just had a feeling. I think it was a Friday night. I probably had a couple of bourbons, and I said to the wife, I said, that Pikachu's in there. He's in there. And she said, well, if you want to open it, we can open it. And I said, yeah, let's go. Let's open it. Anyway, first packet, left-hand side. My wife grabbed that one. There he was. We got it. Awesome. Good times. Now, I don't know if the Pokemon Company had any foresight, but the other thing we need to talk about with this set is Pokemon surged in popularity when this set came out. Now, some people might argue that and say, oh, no, it was Twilight Masquerade, but yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the frog and those ugly masked Pokemon did not do it. It was this set. This is when things started to really go crazy. Most of it comes down to a big surge in popularity with shorts, people opening packs, and of course, it's super glamorized. You see the numbers come up, $500 raw, $2,500 at a PSA 10 population, 200,000. You know, I love those videos. Everyone loves those videos. So this is when the hobby really started to get glamorized on, you know, TikTok and Instagram, and this set happened to be out at the time. And yeah, it was going crazy. But again, when this was out, everything was normal. There was still Pokemon on the shelf. You could still go into Big W Kmart and see Twilight Masquerade ETBs, Temporal Forces ETB just sitting on the shelf, just sitting there. They'd already been there for months and months. They were still there. You had an assortment of blister packs like still there. But yeah, it was around Surging Sparks when things really, really, really kicked off. Everyone was chasing the Pikachu. And it's also when I first noticed the big change because, I've been buying Pokemon for years, and I would go to the shops and, the people working there, they recognize you when you go there all the time. They would say like, "Oh, hey, going? Oh, yeah, grabbing Pokemon. Oh, yeah, man, yeah, I'll just grab a few of them." And then they would start saying, "Oh, I heard there's a $1,000 card in here in this set." Yeah. It's the Pikachu. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Yeah, it's probably yeah. Oh, we've had lots of people come. Oh, I'm thinking about getting some myself, and it's like, oh wow, yeah, okay, and yeah, and then we were hit with prismatic evolutions, and people realised that 151 was the thing, and we are living in a different world, as it were now. But that's for another video. So as I said before, for Scarlet and Violet, this was my favorite set. I love this set. I've opened up at least 6, maybe 7 booster boxes, multiple single packs. I just enjoy opening this set. Like, this is a set that really gives me joy, like opening it. And I'm at a point now where I don't need to open anymore, and I can appreciate. So now let's get to the nitty gritty of the video. Surging Sparks at the moment is in a weird place because it is the most printed set of Scarlet and Violet. The booster boxes were reprinted, just about every product. Booster bundles were reprinted. ETBs were printed into the ground. They made a huge appearance at like the big like Costco's and stuff like that here in Oz, as well as hitting other markets as well, like Kmart's got them, but they sold out. They're not sitting there on the shelf. So there's no Pokemon sitting on any shelf anywhere. But because of that fact, a lot of people believe that Surging Sparks is going to go the way of Vivid Voltage. A lot of people call it Vivid Voltage 2.0. I don't know how you could call it that, because anyone that does call it that never opened Vivid Voltage, because Vivid Voltage is was trash set. But it's on the way up anyway. I think it's the highest it's ever been, Vivid Voltage. So a lot of people call this set Vivid Voltage 2.0. On that, I believe that nostalgia plays a huge part in the long run when it comes to Pokemon or any collectibles. Now, this set, as I said, was what really kicked things off with Scarlet and Violet and brought in a huge wave of new people to the Pokemon hobby. Just quickly on that, I love it when new people get into Pokemon. I love it when people I know get into Pokemon. It's one of the funnest, most enjoyable things. Like when things are good. When things are good, like nothing beats this. Like, opening up a booster box on a Friday night or on the weekend and seeing what you can get. Sometimes you get burnt and sometimes you pull chase card. You can send it off to get graded, or you can sell it if you feel the need and make some money. Like, it's so fun, and it's great to look at. Like I've really gotten an appreciation for sealed stuff, as things are going on. So new people in the hobby is a great thing. Now, not all types. Obviously, you're always going to be people with bad intentions, but Pokemon getting more popular is a good thing. It's not a negative thing. And with Surging Sparks, I think people are going to look back with fondness on this set in the future. Before this came out, the sets were pretty average. Obsidian Flames came out, the big Charizard chase that we get with every release of a Pokemon series, printed into the ground, heaps of that as well. Then after that, we had Paradox Rip, Temporal Forces, Stellar Crown, Twilight Masquerade, not huge needle movers, not, super popular like chase cards. Pikachu's the mascot of Pokemon. This is a good set. So anyway, to the question, now or never. I would say now. At the moment on Collector app, I think this is sitting around $365, I want to say. Most sales are selling for around $400 on the secondary market. So eBay, auction places. This is a good buy. When it comes to Scarlet and Violet series, I can't recommend Surging Sparks higher enough. And worst case scenario, if it ends up being a $300 box in 5 years, open it. Open it and enjoy it and have fun with it. So yeah, this is a now. This is a definite now. Get these while they're around that $400 mark, because Destined Rivals is going absolutely crazy. If you enjoyed this video, go check out my video on Destined Rivals. That is going absolutely crazy, and we're going to get a flow-on effect. As that goes up, people start looking at other sets and they go, what are the best sets of this series? This is one of them. It's a now from me. Thanks for watching the video. I hope to upload many more. There's plenty more booster boxes to talk to. Thanks for watching. On different Pokemon series, expansions as they're called. I sound like a fucking wanker.